Welcome to another day in paradise, aka the Fountaine Boatyard. So for the last couple of days we have been polishing and sanding, basically organizing the bow. We have polished the entire lot. Chris is now just working on the edge where the tie buttons for the trampoline are being added. He's wet sanding, polishing, compounding the lot, putting the buttons in so we can soak the trampoline and get it back up. We are almost there, at least with this one job. I'm Daria, this is Chris, and that's Jasper, and these are our seaworthy dogs, Hachi and Luna. This is our floating home, Ragdoll. For 2 years we called a 47-foot monohull a home. Now we've set sail on a chapter aboard a catamaran, embracing the beauty and chaos of life at sea. Full-time work, homeschooling, storms and sunsets, this is our reality. No script, no certainty, just wind, waves and the endless blue. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this episode. So, as I've previously shown you the old buttons and I said we've got the new ones, check out how good the new ones are actually looking.
That was the old ones. That was the state of the, you know, it's not compounded, it's dirty, and yet here's the look of the new ones as they go in. So we've compounded up to this line, and it's looking a lot tidier. It's really nice, really pleased with how that turned out. These were 12 euros from Goya if you wanted to get the exact thing. These are from Amazon, and all they are is little lacing lacing buttons. Lacing buttons. I've had to drill them to M6. They were just a little too tight to get M6 through, and I've also done a countersink on them, and that has left them a beautiful flush thing. Perfect.
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you!
I'd like to do the work that I need to do, Lulu. I know you're enjoying this. You got your bum? Wow. You have not to do. Danger. So today I've just worked around all the rim of the trampoline, trying to get that to a good stage. We've got one section left to do and we might be fitting the trampoline tonight. So it's always the same. It's 800 wet, 1500 wet, heavy compound, light compound, fit the lacing eyes.
Buttons.
Buttons.
Da, 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 da. The hose has burst and Luna just makes her own fun in life. She's been at it for about 5 minutes. Here we have two very different dogs. One's just calm and content, and one that has been chasing a leak in a hose for the last hour.
So we're at a stage where we could theoretically put the trampoline back in. We've got all the lacing buttons up. We figure that the longer on doesn't have to be up yet because we do still have to refit the anchor roller, and there's a stainless plate that we want to put behind it. Plus there's some repairs to do there. So we can always put the longer on back up under the trampoline. So I'm not too concerned about just putting it back up. But what we do have to do is sort that gel coat out.
Do you turn the hose off, Lulu? I'm getting smaller and smaller. She's having a blast with that water there. So I think we're going to try and put the trampoline back up. Chris has got all the tie buttons in. It's all been sanded, polished, it looks lovely. So that's kind of next step. The trampoline has been soaking, so we're gonna kind of follow what Loft Nets suggested and see how we go. I think we'll just zip tie into the corners first and then start working with our Dyneema to tension it. So let's get at it. Oh no, the water finished.
That is the saddest sight I've ever seen. Poor little girl.
God, wet trampoline weighs a ton. Don't put your back out. There's a red and a green mark. And the right side is the right side up. Is this one. This is the green.
Yeah, let's get it out.
If you run your hand across it, you'll feel...
That's smooth, I agree.
Yeah.
So okay, okay, so it should go like that. So is that the long edge? No, it's not. You see what I mean?
So this is the...
Or no, is that the wide part there?
That's this.
So should that be like, right, so flake that out. Yeah, dump it. So that's the short edge there, isn't it?
Got there in the end. I've got it. Yep, okay. Job done. Trampolines up. Next.
There's one thing I know for sure is that I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Got that diagram again.
So the trampoline is a fairly new one for us. Never had one before. So we are following the Loft Nets guide that came with the trampoline. We've tied down the edges and we've kind of stretched it out a little bit, roughly kind of how it should be. And now we're getting the Dyneema in through the tie buttons and trying to figure out what kind of pattern exactly we're gonna go for in terms of the actual ties and how long the sort of sections are going to be, and whether we're going to split them up a little bit or whether we're going to have one long one per each area. No idea. Figuring it out.
And I've just made the realization that we cannot follow the manual at all because it asks you to put 2 or 3 wraps around each lacing eye, and we can only do 1.
And we didn't have 2 or 3 lacings around the old trampoline either. It was just a singular whirl that was kind of all the way around.
So I think we're gonna have to try that to start with. See how we get on.
We're going to figure out our own way. Yay!
I think there's going to be a lot of tensioning it at the end and adjusting it.
Well, that's kind of planned.
I just want to try and get it as good as I can, you know. But I think I'll get another start on there,
Okay.
going that way.
So
And that'll do that and go to that.
And it'll be a bit of extra support for the corner as well.
Yeah. To me that's half sensible.
Yeah. If we are completely wrong, do tell us, but...
Is that less of what we want, or is that gonna...
I think we're going to have to put it up and then adjust it as we go. You can't tie it too close in.
But for now...
Bear in mind, a temporary lashing is not a bad shout because we're going to keep adjusting and fiddling with it and
Yeah, we're gonna do every side and then go back and
fix it.
fix it.
Yeah. However, the way this is coming out, it's going to look beautiful.
Got one side on. I think there's a lot of adjustment to do, but it seems like what we need to do is have every side lashed up and then go back and decide what adjustments you really need, because it looks a bit bunched up on that side, but with a feeling by the time you get the tension going that way, it might sort itself out to an extent, or at least the adjustment isn't as big as you thought. So that's what we need to do.
So see on that side,
Yeah.
the top is now completely, like the swirls and twirls have come out. It's game
Give me the foot.
shouldn't. So time is passing by. Chris managed to get that side tensioned. He's now released this one to make sure that it's nice and even. And then we're on to the front and the back of the trampoline.
It's a bit of a process. I learned enough doing this one that I should take a little spare lashing, pull it out that way, pull it out that way, and then lace it, because then I get my lacing a lot more even. I did that over there and I was like, okay, that's how you do it. So I've come back to redo this one so that both sides are nice and sort of similar. And from there I think I'll have a good ground to start applying the tension forward and aft. I think a good way to do it is to stick your feet in.
So this is the side that's now been completed. It's looking really nice, really neat, really even. And any sort of last minute twirls that will come out of it as well as we stretch it aft and forward.
Murder on the knees.
That's just your age, babe. Good morning. So yesterday we left the trampoline with just one side for the most part unattached. So this morning it's time to finish up, make the final adjustments and be done with it.
I'm struggling to get this gap closed up here. And I think it's because it's too tight across the way. So I'm releasing the sides a little. I've already released the back edge. Fingers crossed this works.
So we are fitting the net with Dyneema with Brummel splices sort of heading through that way. I've got another one going this way to make sure that we've got some space here below for the anchor if we need to get access at it. Same concept there and same concept there. It's just figuring out how to close this in today. Yesterday it was still quite wet and it stretched out a little bit easier. I totally see why loft nets tell you to to wet it before you start fitting it. Because although it was super heavy, it did definitely have more stretch in it. But we will get there today, even if it's by sheer force. Chris is just loosening up the other side now, in hopes that gives us a little bit more give to stretch it out forward. What do you think, Luna? Tap tap.
I'm going to send all of that back through here.
Okay, so our plan to put the forward elements together is to make a couple of Dremel splices on those little attachments there. They're all freely, generally speaking, moving around. So we're going to try and tie them together to make sure that the line from where the kind of, as the longer one runs, is kind of where we have the 2 points for tying up here, as we have down here as well. Hopefully we'll be able to nicely tighten it and then work on the sides again and kind of make the final adjustments into kind of how it will sit.
If I did that to the lark's head there, we're saying the middle's probably more like there. So the question is, do I come...
Maybe one to the... yeah, there you go.
To come this way first. Both of them are going to do that and then go into...
Yes. And you've got that almost even with how the longer one kind of sits here.
What I'm worried about is these moving. So I may have to lash them together in the middle.
I mean, that's what I thought you were going to do. Or at least temporarily to see how they sit, and then we can take that off at the end.
So what I think I have to do is a bit of this sort of thing going on, because otherwise that's going to pull one way or the other. So I've got to do that for now until such time. But I think we'll need that there permanently.
There was nothing there permanently before, so I don't see why. Because once you've got both of these out, going out that way, they should just sit in place. They might move a little bit, but it shouldn't be much.
So we'd have to move. Help me find the absolute centre of the tram.
Right where your finger is, right there on your right side, is exactly kind of how that goes from the...
yeah, so that's where we're...
longer on.
That's our first entry.
Yeah.
Here.
I think so. Now pull on the other one just to kind of straighten it out. Yeah, there.
One to the side you think it is.
Sorry?
Seems like it's always one to the side that you think it is. Well, I guess if we get the lacing fitted, we'll soak it all again.
Yeah, we can soak it all again, then do the adjustments. And go from there. Hopefully that will kind of be us.
Over, under. Under.
It's looking fairly neat from down below. Good job, Dylan.
Think it'll come in?
I think so.
Bongy 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 bong. Da ba da.
She just wants to be involved.
The Lulu! That's me.
It's getting good tension, huh?
Yeah, starting to.
It's a lot of work.
Fuckload of work. It really is a shipyard job. Can you imagine doing this afloat?
I mean, you do it, just maybe not that easy to see them.
Murdering his fingers. It's gonna have the finger strength of a rock climbing jazz pianist at the end of it.
And we are on to the last lashing on that side.
I hope so.
Well, hey. Let's go and test the trampoline. Come on. That looks very, very good. Vomit. See what happens. I'm not sure I trust your Italian sushi. Yes, I think mild PTSD from the last trampoline, where you literally had to get on about like this to try and not die.
Don't trust it because it's a death drop if it's not bad.
It's not bad at all. We do need to tighten it, but it's not bad.
Sit on your butt in the corner. It's like you're gonna fall on the anchor.
It's fine. Okay, Luna's demanding water attention. It's good. We do need to tighten it. It's not 100% there yet, but it's good. Do you wanna come up with Mama? Or with this? Lulu. Look, what's this? You wanna come up? Come on.
What's the matter?
Where's the highway?
What's the matter?
Come on. Lulu, come on. Melon, come up.
So Dada, come on. Oh, Dada, come on.
Look, you can go this way. Look, here.
Come to Dada.
Okay, well, this one's better.
Yes, with a big
Yay!
brain.
Hachi, you wanna go up?
Well done.
That one's better, isn't it? Yeah! That one's a good one. Oh, this is gonna be so good. We're gonna get sailing. Yes. Oh, this is just fun. Oh, you're so wet. I think it's good. What do you think? Oh, yes. Wet boatyard hugs. My precious. So we are on to the final adjustment. We're very happy with how it's come out. Chris is just tensioning the sides a little bit more as we're kind of jumping around on it. It's stretching out a little bit more, so just adding the final bits of tension. But I would say this project can be marked as complete. If you've got any questions or thoughts, leave them in the comment section below. We always love hearing from you. Thanks for watching. Till next time.